we're at the Richland Creek Reservoir with Russell Kelly, who is the Treatment Division Manager for the Paulding County Water System. Can you tell us about the process of filling the reservoir?
The filling the reservoir is really controlled by the state of Georgia's EPD Safe Dams program, and they allow us to fill the reservoir in stages, and since it's an earthen dam, they control how much water can be added at a time. And we're currently at the first level that they have let us fill to, and we are basically able to fill it in thirds. To get to the full pull elevation of the reservoir, it's actually going to take another minimum of 45 weeks. Soon we'll have Paulding County drinking water for everyone to drink.
I know the main purpose is for our drinking water, but we hear
Yes.
also there will be recreation.
There will. Kayaks, canoes, they will allow trolling motors, but there won't be any gasoline engines allowed since it is water used to treat for drinking. But we will be stocking the reservoir once it's full, and that will, of course, 2 or 3 years for the fish to mature, but there will be fishing and all that allowed as well.
I'm going to call the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting of June 9th, 2020 to order. And we've got a couple items on our agenda tonight. First, I'd like to ask everybody to check their cell phones and any kind of devices that might be on and interrupt us. Turn them off if you would, please. And has everybody had an opportunity to look over the March 10th 2020 board meeting, zoning board of appeals meeting. Those are the minutes I'm talking about. If you found any discrepancies or anything. Okay, could I ask for a motion that we approve those minutes?
So moved.
Okay, all in favor of approving the the March 10th minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Okay, and the minutes are approved unanimously. Okay, a little bit discussion about the conduct of the meeting. We have our person here. Have we got everybody here that's going to be representing it on the appeal, sir? Yes. Okay. What we do is we have the appellant come up and sign in at the podium and state your name and your place of birth, and you're given 15 minutes to discuss your appeals, and then any opponent, we also give them the same amount of time, 15 minutes, to discuss their opposition if there is any, and we'll ask the secretary to keep up with that time because we do try to stay strictly by the 15-minute time limit. And then the board may ask questions, and if they do ask questions or discuss the appeals or the variance, then that time will not be counted against either the appellate or the opposition. And at the end, of course, the board will vote on the variance. Okay, I'm going to read our variance. It's variance number 2020-04-5. It's application by Mac Fisher for a variance on .312 acres in a residential subdivision development, R2, to reduce the south building setback from 50 feet to 9 feet and reduce the north building setback from 50 feet to 38 feet and reduce the east building setback from 50 feet to 14 feet for a recreational building. The property is located in land lots 757 and 828, District 3, Section 3, Post 4. We have the representative for the variance. Okay, if you would sign in and state your name and place of birth or address.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mac Fisher from Beezer Homes. My address is 827 Woodwich Drive in Atlanta, Georgia. But the subdivision address is 365 Old Burnt Hickory Road in Ackworth. I'm here as a representative of Beezer Homes' land development team to request this variance of item 8 that the gentleman just repeated for a installation of a open air pavilion within 50 feet of a nearby lot line. This pavilion has been permitted up to the point of planning and zoning where it was determined where this variance was requested, and I'm here today to request that variance for this pavilion's construction.
Okay, Matt, could you tell us I went out and looked at it, and I was wondering, that's quite a variance, quite a difference that you're asking for on this. Is the lot next to it, is it going to be a residential lot?
Yes, sir. So it's between the kiosk and the lot 1 on the left-hand side there of the roadway. It's essentially in that little kind of open space area there between the kiosk and lot 1.
Behind that electrical box?
Probably to the left. That electrical box will be on the lot line. It'll be to the left of that electrical box.
Okay. It looks like you're going to be doing quite a bit of grading into the hill back there behind it. Are you going to build a, I don't know, I was just wondering how you're going to plan on that.
Yes, that landscape berm was placed there by the original developer, and there was no planned pavilion there at the time, nor for anywhere on the site. So we typically try to put a pavilion or some sort of amenity in our projects if we can. This is really the only spot where we could, inside of all Phase 1 of Brookstone West. It's essentially where there's a landscaped tree there is where we'll have to relocate and put the pavilion. But yes, you're right, we'll have to bring down the dirt to make any sort of sidewalk to the pavilion ADA compliant, coming off the sidewalk in front of the mail kiosk and for the community. Yes, sir.
So you took over the property from someone else that had previously developed it?
Yes, ma'am. So some entity, I don't know when, but years past had engineered and designed the project with the LDP, and then that project was, I believe, taken over by a company called Venture Homes. And then, as of June of 2018, the company I'm with, Beazer Homes, purchased Brookstone West and completed the development and now the ongoing building construction.
Okay, and has lot 1 been sold?
To a homeowner, no, ma'am. It's still available, it's still open.
Okay, is there a home on that? I didn't get.
No, there's not.
We just started home construction. There's no home or anything on that. It's an empty lot.
Is this going to be a part of an amenities package or something you have planned there or something?
No real package. Just like I said, the entire, even phases 2 and 3 in the back are all a part of the same land disturbance permit and land disturbance plans. And just since Beazer only owns phase 1 of that property, and we're just trying to give the homeowner some sort of small minor amenity, this is really the only thing we have planned for our phase 1. And the only, like I said, the only space where we could place any sort of small amenity feature for phase 1.
Do you not feel with that pavilion being so close and there being a lot of people congregating there and having picnics and whatnot, that's going to cause issues with trying to sell that lot to a homeowner? I mean, like, once the home is built, then, they could be 8 o'clock at night, kids are trying to be put to bed, and there's somebody out there, with loud music or...
That's true. We basically envision, because of the size of the pavilion, it's about 18 feet by 16 feet, roughly less than 300 square feet in total, and there only being a planned 4-foot-long bench. That would not lead to a lot of congregation in that area. Just because of the size, it's constrained. Hopefully the amount of people using that pavilion will be constrained as well.
Are you going to have anything else there? Like, are you going to have a barbecue grill or
No, ma'am, just a bench.
swings?
No, ma'am. Basically, if people want to walk to the mail kiosk at the front of the subdivision to get their mail, they could walk nearby to the pavilion, sit down and read their mail or play with their pet or something like that.
It is quite a variance there for that.
Your company owns lot 1, correct?
They do not, no, sir. The company who owns phases 2 and 3 of Brookstone West, also at this current state that I know, own lots 1 and 2. I believe that company is Pacific Group.
Chris, is there any opposition to this?
We have no opposition that's been noted from emails, phone calls, or anything.
I make a motion to approve as planned.
Second.
Motion to approve the variance, and we have a second. All in favor of approval, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. And the motion passed. The variance is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. We don't have anything else to do we?
Mr. Chairman,
Sir?
I would like to take a moment to introduce Leah Wilson.
Okay.
She's with Planning and Zoning, and started, I think, about the time, I think we had our meeting in March, and then we went in shutdown mode. But she's doing an excellent job in keeping me in line and keep getting things back on track, because we've had, like I said, this application was originally scheduled for April, and not just these, but the zonings and rezonings and such have all been backed up for 2 months, so we're trying to work through those. But at the same time, as you see, we're trying to meet some spacing requirements and such. But we are very glad to have her here and appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Welcome.
welcome. Glad to have you aboard. Anything else, Chris, you have?
Yes, one thing we're looking at, we probably will have a meeting next month,
We are.
and it will involve a cell tower. It may be next month or the next, but that one will be coming up. It'd be out in the Yorkville area. It's a Southern Link tower. Has not been approved through the special use with the Board of Commissioners at this time. And, but what they'll be asking for is a height variance.
How much difference from what it,
From a 190 foot to possibly up to a 290.
so 100 feet more?
I'll have to have lights and everything on that one.
And we'll have to have lights, has FAA clearance and everything, but that'd be something you'll be
Yeah.
seeing. Thank you
Make a
again.
motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn, I have a second. Second motion. All in favor to adjourn, say aye. Aye. Any opposed, same sign. And thank you all for being here tonight.